The woman was astonished to discover that the scenery before her eyes was entirely virtual. The so-called blue sky and white clouds were nothing but a figment of her imagination. Looking around, she saw nothing but broken limbs and debris. On the ground, apart from barrels of the same size, there were corpses lying densely packed. The assistant cautiously walked to the nearby base, but it was already completely filled with corpses. It seemed as though it had been abandoned for a long time. He picked up a flashlight from the passageway, but as he closed the door, he noticed that the ceiling tape had begun to peel off. Since the surface world was filled with toxic gases, any malfunction in protective gear would be fatal. He frantically searched for something to block the toxic gases, but unfortunately, the place had been abandoned for a long time. Julie had only run a few steps when she felt a noticeable suffocation. However, as Julie pulled off her helmet, the suffocating sensation suddenly vanished. She hurriedly cut open her clothes with a small knife. It was only then that she realized the layout here was exactly the same as her own size. She couldn't believe it as she approached the wall. She had thought it was just some high-ranking official playing tricks, but now it must be a bigger secret. Just then, a sudden flash of light interrupted her thoughts. Thinking that perhaps someone still lived here, Julie immediately pushed aside the iron rack, then dismantled the steel pipes as components. After reinforcing them with ropes and steel nails, an extended version of the ladder was made. Julie couldn't wait to climb up, but soon he found that the ladder was wobbly and not very stable. Before he could take a few steps, the road beneath his feet began to curve. Seeing that he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, Julie disregarded the danger and jumped directly, grabbing the edge of the broken bridge just before the ladder fell, narrowly escaping disaster. He had thought that after traveling such a long distance, he would find something worthwhile, but soon he realized that aside from a locked door, there was nothing unusual here. However, just as he was about to leave in despair, he noticed a pair of strange eyes staring at him.
One thing, you tried to open the door, I get it, you know, you close the door, it's on the other side, you know, I understand. Thing is, you do that again, and I'm gonna kill you.